WWRR, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, WMMZ, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Hazleton, WYCK, Plains.
Powered by Mohegan Sun Poano.
The River, 105 and 103.5.
This is Music on the Menu on the River.
Timothy, where on earth did you go?
Featuring Northeast PA's best artists.
Maybe, never mind. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's right.
And now, here's your host, Alan K. Stout.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
All right, everybody, happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with you, as I always am, Sunday nights, 9 to 10, bringing you regional artists from northeastern Pennsylvania doing their own original music, hanging out with DC Taylor. DC.
Yes.
Good evening. How are you, buddy?
I'm over here, yeah.
He's over there a little bit off mic, and the reason he's a little off mic is because he has given up his microphone this evening for our special guest in the studio, Mr. Richard Briggs from the Briggs Farm Blues Festival. Richard, great to see you.
I have the mic.
He has the microphone.
It's always good to see you, too.
Oh,
And
man.
We were just talking about how far back we go, actually. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary at Briggs Farm. And you were there since the 24th, or right the very first show.
Yeah, we did it. We did an article about it for the Times Leader, Music on the Menu in 1998 for the very first show, right?
1998, and we stuck with it, and we're still doing it.
Grown, and then over the years, as we moved over to radio, you've been a guest on the program every year. I'd say for at least about 10 years now.
Sure.
For coming on a week or two prior to talk about what you've got up your sleeve for this year. So welcome, Richard. Congratulations on 25 years. That's amazing.
Thanks, yeah.
Obviously, it's become, one of the biggest blues festivals on the East Coast and one of the best blues festivals in the United States. It has that reputation. You've been recognized for that. It's July 7th and 8th and 9th this year at the Briggs Farm in Nescapek, of course. We're going to be talking about the lineup and the music and you passing the baton a little bit to your family and the history. But first, let's get to the present, the past and the present. What does this milestone mean to you? That, when you do something, when you put in that sort of commitment and you do it year after year and you've navigated through changes and you went through a pandemic and all that, and yet here you are on the 25th anniversary of your first shows. What does that mean to you, Richard?
Well, milestones are kind of interesting. One of the things it means is that we're going to have a bump in attendance. It always, for some reason, the 20th was a bump, 15th was a bump, and going on. So a lot of getting ready for that, and a lot of promotions go into it. And this time of year, we're getting ready for our biggest attendance so far, by all accounts of our sales so far, and the level of the acts that we have. We're expecting quite a crowd. So, but then also the 25th year, you think back and it's still year to year. Whether you're going to continue the next year, whether you're going to be successful this year or not. But other than that, I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, I mean, you just hit on something that I think is important, and there's no sense saving it till later in the show. When I spoke with you and your team months ago about this year's event, you had told me that you had basically increased your budget, for lack of a better word, for the entertainment, and that you were going to try to bring in a big name, and you have done so with Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
That's exciting.
It is exciting, and people our audience is excited about it too. And one of the cool things about Kenny is, and one of the reasons we got him was because he's celebrating his 25th anniversary tour also. This is Blue on Black, the album and song that brought him to the attention of Rolling Stone. And actually, I was looking at him at that time, too, but he was already way above what I could afford as soon as Rolling Stone did an article on him. But Blue on Black is the song that really got him going. And so we've been in communication with him and working with his team and our team to make this a really, really exciting show. He's flying in from California with his band.
That's terrific.
He's coming the day before, so he'll be hanging out the day before. And both of us are excited about this show, Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
That's amazing. I mean, and I did not realize that. I mean, now that I think about it, yeah, late 90s, that was Kenny Wayne, and that was Briggs Farm, and so 25 for both of you. What a perfect marriage, perfect fit. Congratulations on that. We're going to talk a lot more about Briggs Farm. Rich is going to hang out with us for the whole hour, but let's get some music on. This is one of the local artists that will be performing at the festival this year. This is Clarence Beatty, King of Hearts.
Heavens up above. Everything comes in time. Tonight's the night for love. I think love is in the air. If not, some roses will do. And my aim is to ease your mind. If that fails, here's a poem for you. Cupid aimed his bow and pierced me with his dart. Changed a stone to soul and made me the king of hearts. All the pain you had in the past, all the tears you ever cried, and your heart is here at last. All your tears I kiss goodbye. Our love will age like wine. It'll keep a smile on your face. Don't worry about the time, babe. Just gets better day by day. Cupid aimed his bow and pierced me with his dart. Changed a stone to soul and made me the king of hearts. I'm the king of hearts. With his dart, changed a stone to soul and made me the king of hearts.
So hard to recognize. Watch out for the devil in disguise. You might be wrong, you might be wrong. But then again, don't you ever want to change your mind? Got your senses working overtime. You might be wrong, you might be wrong. It might be true. Don't you know it might be true? Don't you know it might be true what everybody says about it? You don't believe in destiny, it's true. Ain't nobody watching over you every time it happens. But don't you ever trust the way you feel? Why you gotta reinvent the wheel every time, every time? It might be true. Don't you know it might be true? Don't you know it might be true what everybody says about it? And I was wasting my time looking for reason in every rhyme, and I was under its spell, so underwhelmed, thinking it over. Thinking it over. Thinking it over. But then again, don't you ever want to change your mind? Got your senses working overtime. You might be wrong, you might be wrong. It might be true. Don't you know it might be true? Don't you know it might be true what everybody says about it?
Brett Alexander here on Music on the Menu with a song called True. And before that, Clarence Spady, one of the artists that will be performing this year. Brett has performed at Briggs Farm in the past, of course. But Clarence is on the bill this year with a great song called King of Hearts. We're hanging out with Richard Briggs, the 25th anniversary of the Briggs Farm Blues Festival coming up shortly, July 7th, 8th, and 9th in Nescapec. Richard, you know, you told us the story on the show before about back in 1969 as a teenager, you had heard about Woodstock. And that was sort of your inspiration, even back then, for the idea of eventually doing something at Briggs. And 29 years later, you did. And now here we are 25 years after that. Now, try to think of some questions that maybe I haven't asked you in the past, because you have been on with us every year. How does it feel for you? Because I've seen you. You know, I always come down, and I always make sure that I seek you out and that, you know, we get to chat for a minute. And yet I also want to stay out of your hair because I know how busy you are. But I always try to, you know, talk to you for a few minutes. And you always look peaceful. Like you look very relaxed at the festival. You know, like you're not overwhelmed by the fact that you've got 10,000 people on your farm and these bands coming in from all over the country, these artists coming in. You know, in your own words, how do you feel when you're walking around on festival weekend?
Well, you know, the reason for that is I'm production. I'm not a musician. I love music, but I've been in production for many years. I worked at WVIA for 22 years in production, and so I know what it means to be prepared. So, and I would be preparing for a live show that is counting down to the seconds, and then it goes. And that's live on the air for, thousands and thousands of people. So I kind of am excited by that. So I would really miss it if I didn't have it. And so that's what the festival for me is now, especially this month, up in the month before the show, making sure all the ducks are in a row. And I mean, today I was talking to the team about, having backup in case we do get slammed. Who's going to come in and help at the gate? Who's going to direct extra traffic? And we are expecting a bump this year in attendance. And so all that gets planned ahead of time. And actually this year now I have really good people work. Well, over the years I've had people working, but I'm backing away, giving other people in my family and our crew who have been working with us a long time and giving them more of the fun stuff to do that I used to do. One reason is there's more of it to do, so I just can't keep up with it. But as far as even booking bands and contacting people and doing radio shows and all that, I'm backing away and letting other people do that. So I'm hoping to spend more time just talking to people and having fun with my friends instead of working and worrying about things.
Yeah, well, and you're right. I mean, at that point, festival weekend, you've been working on it for a year.
Yeah.
And it's off and running. And it would be unfortunate if you didn't enjoy it.
So, actually, we were talking about putting a couch on the main stage, just on the side of the main stage, so I can just hang out there.
You must do that.
And then I can invite my friends to come sit with me.
Oh, see.
Usually I walk up on stage and stand there with my arms crossed over my chest and watch what's going on, and then 5 minutes later I got to run.
You must get the couch, Richard. I want to see you on a couch on the side of stage, and that's where I'm going to look for you this year if I can't find you. So I'll be looking for it. Here's another one of the alumni from Briggs Farm. This is Phyllis Hopkins and the Electric Trio. It's called The Outside.
One thing I know for sure is that with you I could do anything I put my mind to best, yeah. And I know some days can be very challenging. I'm here to tell you, baby, I won't change a thing. I was on the outside, 1,000 miles away from you, on the outside. Freeze it cold to you, let me in. 'Cause I find
Hey, this is Mike Miz, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on The River.
It's a standstill on the 1 and 9, but I am in a different town. I'm thinking about that birthday on the beach. You know the frozen air's blowing strong. The summertime's come and gone. I know better things are just within my reach. But now my mind is all a mess. Can't stop thinking about the way she wore that dress. The way she moves, the way she bleeds, the way she gave the love inside her heart to me. She's a North Jersey queen. If she walked into the room right now, every hair would turn around. Her smile makes the heavens open wide. I used to hang upon her every word like a song from a hummingbird. I felt lucky when she looked into my eyes. Now my mind is in distress. Can't stop thinking about her taking off that dress. The way she moves, the way she gleams, when her big brown eyes were looking up at me. She's a North Jersey queen. So take this love and drag it down. Feels like yesterday when we own this town. So take my hand, won't you pull me up? Feels like yesterday when you stole my love. And I can see better days when the whole world shines so clean. Yeah, and I spent my younger days just trying to find out what it means. She's a North Jersey queen. So take this love and drag it down. Feels like yesterday when we own this town. So take my hand, won't you pull me up? Feels like yesterday when you stole my love. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's right. She can take you to Venerio when there's nowhere you have left to go. She got what it takes to get you through the night. Now every day I'm so depressed. You know she put back on that dress and walked away. The way she moves, the way she leaves, I can still hear her talking in her sleep. She's a North Jersey queen. She's a North Jersey queen. Oh, she's a North Jersey queen. Yeah, she's a North Jersey queen. Oh, sha-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, 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 na-na-na.
Miz here on Music on the Menu, one of the great alumni of the Briggs Farm Blues Festival. Saw him really tear it up there a couple years ago. And before that, another great alumni from Briggs Farm, from the local music scene, Phyllis Hopkins and the Electric Trio, with a tune called The Outside. That tune by Miz was called North Jersey Queen. We're hanging out here with Richard Briggs. The festival is coming up at Briggs Farm on July 7th and 8th. Great lineup of talent. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, obviously headlining. Also, Lee Fields and the Expressions, Southern Avenue, I'm looking at the list here, Richard. The Mighty Susquehannas, Clarence Spady, of course, who we opened the program with, the Hess Boys, Alexis P. Suter Band. They're all available for you to check out on the Briggs Farm website, briggsfarm.com. You can get the exact schedule of who's playing in what time slots on what days at briggsfarm.com. We're going to take a quick break now, but we'll be back talking to Richard after the break, so stick around.
Briggs Farm Blues Festival is the best weekend of the year, celebrating 25 years of making music and memories this July 7th, 8th, and 9th. Grab your tickets now for 3 days of music on the rolling hills of Briggs Farm. Tickets are on sale now for 1, 2, or all 3 days. This year's festival is headlined by blues rock guitar slinger Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Featuring Lee Fields and the Expressions, Southern Avenue, Davy Knowles, Alexis P. Suter, and many more on 2 stages over 3 days. See the full lineup at briggsfarm.com and get your tickets right now for the best weekend of the year with great food, a vendor marketplace, and beer sales by Berwick Brewing Company. Come for the day or get the full Briggs experience with a camping ticket to bring your tent or RV and enjoy the entire weekend. Briggs Farm Blues Festival, celebrating 25 years of making music and memories. Get your tickets now at briggsfarm.com. That's briggsfarm.com.
All right, we're back here on Music on the Menu, hanging out with Richard Briggs. It's our annual Briggs Farm Blues Festival special that we've been doing here on Music on the Menu for a long time now, at least 10 years or so. Hanging out with the founder of the event, Richard Briggs. Talked about passing the torch a little bit, Richard, to some members of your family. I had a meeting with your staff about, maybe 2.5 months ago for my position with the Visitors Bureau. Right. So I came down and we met in the office, and you've got a great team.
Yes. They're wonderful.
Yeah, my compliments to you. Obviously forward thinking and, professional and really care about the event just as much as you do.
It's a job that people can really enjoy too, working with musicians and working with us and the farm, and it's an interesting job. And so we have several people working around the whole year, and my son and daughter-in-law, Dylan and Dina, have taken over a lot of the business, and also my grandsons are working, Louie and Mitchie. They're 17 and 19 now, so they're really pitching in a lot. See,
DC, a lot of people, their grandfather, you got to help around the house. They want you to sweep out the garage or, vacuum the pool. No, Richard's grandkids are working on the Blues Fest.
Yeah, yeah. Louie's the stage manager actually on the back porch stage. He was last year, and they're driving dump trucks right now, bringing material in for the new grand entrance that we're doing, and also for the roads. And today they're baling hay on the 60 acres that we use. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's good for them. It's good to know that they can do, and we can put on such an amazing thing. So
great work with your grandparents. It beats pushing the lawnmower around, doesn't it, DC? That's what most kids are doing for their grandparents. Let's play another one of the alumni from Briggs Farm. This is Teddy Young with a song called "Let's Start All Over Again."
I think I spend my life to myself.
Hi friends, this is Tony Halchek, and you are listening to Music on the Menu with the one and only Alan K. Stout, right here on the river.
Kept my soul, but I lost my world. Singing the stars and Susquehanna girls. My name is Georgia, and I think I like hot chocolate with a peach burning inside. Listen, don't mess around with Susquehanna girls. Walked through a field filled with fireflies, wrestled with the words you said that night. Laughed with my mother till the broad daylight. Susquehanna girls, they drift on by. Listen, don't mess around with Susquehanna girls. Cause they're drifting on in Susquehanna girls. Who's gonna save you? Girls from Pennsylvania, good luck living in the so-called Valley with a heart. Where even giants despair, and every year go and get themselves all ripped apart. When am I gonna give my fields a go? And shoot the days that you always told. Cause this world keeps turning its back on me. I'm drowning diamonds in wells of irony. Listen, don't mess around with Susquehanna girls. Cause we're drifting on in Susquehanna girls. Just like Jake found his surprise, sun going down, he's also gonna ride like us. And Susquehanna girls, all them Susquehanna girls gonna drift on by, drift on by, drift on by.
Tony Halchak here on Music on the Menu with a song called Susquehanna Girls. And before that, Teddy Young with a song called Let's Start All Over Again. Two artists with regional ties, roots, that have performed at the wonderful Briggs Farm Blues Festival. We're hanging out with Richard Briggs, and we've got a couple more talk breaks in the show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back talking more with Richard about the Briggs Farm Blues Festival.
Hi, I'm DC Taylor from The River, announcing that the Rockin' the River music series will return to Wilkes-Barre this summer. The shows, brought to you by Visit Luzerne County, are free and take place at the Millennium Circle at the River Common, alongside the beautiful Susquehanna River. July 15th will feature Teddy Young and the Rugged Individuals, the Idol Kings, and headlining will be Danny V's 52nd Street Band, a tribute to Billy Joel. July 22nd will feature Tori V and the Karma, Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentlemen, and headlining will be the Taxmen, a tribute to the Beatles. And then July 29th will feature Southside 5, Mike Miz and the Northeast Extension, and headlining will be Cabinet. There will also be food and drink vendors. Major sponsors include Geisinger, Discover NEPA, and the City of Wilkes-Barre. Powered by The River, 105 and 103.5.
All right, we're back here on Music on the Menu, hanging out with Richard Briggs, talking about the Briggs Farm Blues Festival, coming up on July 7th, 8th, and 9th. Again, full details at briggsfarm.com. Richard, you know, you grew up in the time when you were a teenager, as we alluded to earlier, almost the golden era of rock and roll. You know, that
right.
time period. And I know that you like rock and roll because I've seen you at rock shows. And But for the festival, it's the blues. Why the blues? What is it about this type of music that resonates with you so much?
Well,
that you wanted to
the
do
blues
this?
actually, if you look into it, the blues is connected to all
is
that.
the foundation of rock and roll. Absolutely.
Right, and the bands that I was listening to, the Stones and the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, they all are really closely connected to the blues. And
isn't it fascinating what you just said, that those musicians were, preteens, teenagers in the early 60s across the pond in England, and yet they gravitated to American blues music more than anyone. They were the ones that really, I know Elvis Presley took blues and helped incorporate that into the foundation of rock and roll, obviously. And from what I understand, the new movie gets into that quite a bit, the new Elvis Presley movie. But those British bands, like you talk to Keith Richards and Jimmy Page about rock, they're going to talk about the blues.
Yeah, and they actually did songs that they got from the old blues guys, and we were lucky 25 years ago to bring some of the old timers up from Mississippi, and we would take trips down to Mississippi, and it sort of became a way to study where the music that I loved came from. So I was into that for a long time, but we've always had a mixture, of, and now we're probably even going more toward Americana, and sticking with blues and traditional blues and Americana. What's happening in Nashville now is pretty exciting.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We have one of the biggest acts that up and coming acts is Joshua Ray Walker, a very creative songwriter. That is actually the first time that we're introducing country blues and Christina Vane. Those are all our Thursday night acts. So we're expecting some really great shows, really great performances this year.
And you personally research these acts yourself too. Still, I know you're passing the baton.
Yeah,
but you talk about these artists with a lot of familiarity.
Yeah. We go to a lot of shows. That's what we need to do, and because we present a live show, so we want to see bands live, and a lot of bands we pick up from seeing them at other festivals and other events and stuff.
It's just a great operation that you have. The way your passion for the music, your openness to new derivatives of that music, variations of that music, putting the whole festival together. If you've never been to Briggs Farm, folks, you got to get down there. We say it every year on the show, but it's half an hour from the Wyoming Valley. If you're in the middle of the Wilkes-Barre, it's not far at all, and it's just a great vibe and a great scene. Here's another one of the alumni. She brought down the house last year, coming out with Brett Alexander and friends. Ellie Rose, Broken Strings.
On the heartstrings of my lost broken strings from you.
Hey, this is Dustin Douglas from Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentleman, and you're listening to Music on the Menu with Alan K. Stout on the River.
Have you ever woke up in a daydream? Can a daydream be the real thing? Maybe our life is out of a daydream, and you are not the queen to my king. Maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just go back to daylight, black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-time daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream. Well, hello, my name is Mr. Durden. Am I really alive and awake? I'm sorry if I get you hurting. Is this daydream all a mistake? Maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just get out of bed. Black skies and starlight, strapped in an old-time daydream. So daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. So daydream. Is this really all a dream? Well, hey, Mr. Sandman, grab me by the head. Well, don't ever leave me stuck in a daydream. Black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-time daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream. Black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-time daydream.
Well, yeah, I got Nina on the radio. I got me some sugar by the stove. I got my heart right here, all filled up with love. Yes, I do. But there's just one thing that I need, and I hope you hear me good and clear. I need a woman, so bring her right over here. I need a woman. I need a woman. Yes, I do. I need a woman, gonna make a man out of me. Yes, I got a bottle by my side. I'm sitting here all alone. Hookah warms me up inside, but there ain't nothing like a woman's moan. Nah, there's one thing that I need, and I hope you hear me good and clear. I need a woman, so bring her right over here.
I need a woman. I need a woman. Yes, I do. I need a woman. Gonna make a man out of me. Yes. Hold me close. Hold me tight. Hold me right, baby, all through the night. Till the sun rises. Well, I need your kiss. I need your smile, the way it lights up a room. Can you stay a while? But there's just one thing that I need, and I hope you hear me good and clear. I need you, honey, so bring yourself right over here. I need a woman, well, I need a woman. Yes, I do. I need a woman, gonna make a man out of me, yeah. Well, I need a woman. I need a woman. I need a woman. I need a woman.
Ed Randazzo here on Music on the Menu with a song called I Need a Woman. Before that, Dustin Douglas with a tune called Daydream. And before that, Ellie Rose with a song called Broken Strings. All local musicians who have, over the years, performed at the wonderful Briggs Farm Blues Festival. We're hanging out here with Richard Briggs, founder of that festival, talking about the event coming up July 7th, 8th, and 9th. Richard, in addition to music, obviously, there's more at Briggs Farm. There's the hay rides, there's the camping, the food, the vendors. What kind of things, what kind of activities do you have planned for this year? All the things we've come to know and love will be back, we assume. Yes, and everything just gets bigger and better. Though we don't do the food ourselves anymore, we have food trucks, which gives us a good variety. Mm-hmm. What we started last year, and who's coming back, we have a local brewery, the Berwick Brewing Company. I remember. So we have a beer tent now for the first time since we started, and they'll be selling bratwurst along with the beer, and all the pulled pork and ribs, and we have vegetarian stuff too, along with the sweet corn. So there's a really good food. People are allowed to bring their own beer and their own food in with them if they like. We're completely open to that. Camping has become really big. I mean, it's always been big, but it grows every year. We expanded the camping by another 7 or 8 acres this year. Wow! Because of the demand. I mean, we've opened up. We started something called reserve camping. So we have sites that people feel comfortable coming in at any time, and they have that site. But then we also have open camping. And you made some changes last year too for the first time, and I know, you were kind enough to ask me to help MC every year, and I usually do Thursday evening. And so I was on what you could call the back porch stage, and you moved it, and I really liked it last year. That was an improvement to the setup. And I was working on the back porch stage today. We've expanded it, made it a little bit bigger. So it's the roof is bigger on the back porch stage, and there's going to be more under tent. So we have just a bigger tent, a bigger combination of tents for the back porch stage. And Thursday night we do on the back porch stage. It just has that great feel to it. So that tent comes in handy. I hate to say the R word when you talk about when it rains. We did have some rain. It did rain last year opening night, if I recall, and it was fine. Everybody was under the tent watching the music. No big deal. It's always fun. It's the thing about July is it's usually warm enough that a little rain is good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of obviously you don't want it, but when you're at your event, it's a couple times over the years it has been a big deal. People away sometimes, but if you've ever been to Briggs Farm, it doesn't, because there's places to go. You can we have tents everywhere. Right. We have audience tents
everything. So
Inspired by Woodstock. Slide in the mud, right? You're on a farm. No, Richard, all the best. I'm sure you'll have great weather. And, I got a surprise for you. I saved this. But you know how when you come on every year, we talk about the whole festival, but we stick to the regional artists?
Yeah.
We're going to close the show. We're going to break our own rule here. We're going to close the show with that song you were talking about earlier, Blue on Black from Kenny Wade Shepherd.
Blue on Black, we're all predicting that that's what he's going to end his set with.
I would,
though we don't know. That's what I'm thinking. To walk off and then come back on and do it, but I have no idea.
Could be an encore, but we were pretty certain it will be in the set somewhere.
We hope so. Oh yeah.
So Blue on Black, Kenny Wade Shepherd. We'll leave you with that. Richard, thanks for coming in, and best of luck with the festival.
Thank you.